I told my son whenever I woke up today, he's like, "Daddy, is there anything you need?" I was like, "The Horn of Gondor." And,
Hey.
and he looked at me and he was like, "What?" I was like, "I need the Horn of Gondor." He's like, "I don't know what you're asking me." I was like, "I need the Horn of Gondor to summon the army of Gondor to fucking be here right now." He's like, "I don't."
And then you should have asked him, where was Gondor when the Westfold fell?
Nice.
He would just be like, what?
The Necronomicon awaits.
A ritual must be performed.
Seems fairly obvious.
Batu, Murata.
I told you I would find you.
Nani?
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
It's showtime.
What's your name? What? What is your name?
We are men of misfortune.
So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say welcome, misfortunate listeners. Welcome new members, welcome new fans, welcome new everybody. If you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for checking us out. If you're old, thank you for coming back. I am your fearless leader, Tyler Campbell.
I'm your reigning dipshit, Jake.
I am your boy, motherfucking Riley Wallen.
And it's the imposter, L.A. Mason.
Oh! Today we are in a different environment. We have a situation at the studio that we are currently at Mason's house. So if it sounds a little weird, we're in Mason's house, and it's a good-ass time.
I enjoy it.
That it is.
It's a whole new vibe. I feel like the show is coming back. I mean, we're done doing the interviews. It's good to come back and be like, hey, new mode.
We start off by chugging a turkey and gravy soda. Like, that's, come on.
It's already $1 million hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trending. And this hasn't even been posted yet.
People are already blowing up my Instagram. They're like, hey, can you do that again?
No, but like it does kind of make me remember how it all started over a year ago. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of circle back. We started on a couch and a studio, and then we went to our really nice home studio, and now we're back on a couch in some guy's house.
See, when you guys sent me the text and we're doing a Mason's house, I was like, are we going to be holding the microphones again? So I was kind of hoping we were.
Oh, God, I never
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind
I wouldn't hate it.
Throwback.
Yeah, dude, whenever we first started at Dub City, I honestly was not sure how this show was going to go. We're a year and a couple months in. We're now 42.
This would be 43.
43. Are you sure?
We're in the 40s. We talked about it
yeah,
earlier,
we're
but-
up there. So, you know, to think about like the journey we've made from Dub City Radio to chilling at someone's house, having our home studio, to, you know, having 15,000 downloads, which is awesome. I'm so proud of the direction we've come. Mason, all the editing you've put in. Riley, for always having us at your house. Jake, for always supplying the beer. You guys are awesome, and I honestly don't think this show would be half as good without you guys in it.
Thank you so much. I like to think I offer more than a house. But thank you.
So today we're going to get away from the interviews. We're finally done with them. We wanted to, you know, try something new with the show, have more people involved, and we did that. We did that with Telekinetic Yeti, Mutilated by Zombies, Modeling, who's coming to stay at my house fucking Thursday to play a show here in Dubuque, which is awesome.
It's Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Thursday,
Yeah, this
November
Thursday.
10th.
Time of the recording, it's
November
Thursday,
10th, right?
Yeah, November 10th, they're going to be
Yep,
at the Lift.
that's it.
And like this episode's already been posted, and like that time's gone, and I probably had a great time with them. Who fucking knows? But you know, we also had Partheon and also Gamma Go. I mean, we had 5 bands, you know, sit down, talk to us, and it was awesome. I loved every second of it. But now we're back to the news stories, and I'm so ready to get into this shit. Who wants to start first, boys?
Oh, I will take the reins here because our fearless leader here sent me this story, and I just started dying fucking laughing. Like I was like, I got to read this because I'm sure I can think of a lot of funny things to say about it. So we're going to hop right in here.
And I will say before we start, since it's been such a long break, some of these stories you guys have probably heard of or are a little older, but that doesn't mean they're still not good.
You haven't heard us talk about them.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
So whenever I found these stories, I found 12 really good stories. We each have 3 stories that we're going to be reading. I found these stories from the point we stopped to yesterday. So these are all either going to be brand new or old stories. And go ahead and take it off, man.
I will. Thank you very much. And my phone just locked on me, you son of a bitch. There we go. Fuck you, iPhone. Brought to you by FoxNews.com. Massachusetts woman unleashed swarm of bees on deputies serving eviction notice, police say. Bees! So anytime I think of a swarm of bees, I just picture the scene from Tommy Boy.
I was going to say that, man.
There's him and Richard jumping out of the fucking car like, they're everywhere! They're in my mind or some shit. They're just going nuts. And most of the cops are like, I'm allergic to bees.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Like, we'll come check on you guys. We'll be back. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. But back into the story. The woman reportedly arrived outside the home in an SUV towing a trailer carrying beehives. A Massachusetts woman is accused of unleashing a swarm of bees on sheriff deputies who were trying to serve an eviction notice. The chaotic situation unfolded October 12th when Hampden County Sheriff's Department deputies serving the notice were met with protesters outside the home in Long Meadow, Massachusetts. An official department report said 55-year-old Rory S. Woods, who lives in Hadley, arrived in a SUV towing a trailer carrying beehives. Woods, who put on a beekeeper suit to protect herself, started shaking the hives and broke the cover of one, causing hundreds of bees to swarm out and initially sting one deputy, according to the report.
I was gonna ask, like, was she wearing the proper shit, or was she just going barehanded with it? But
she knew what the fuck she was doing.
Dude, this is some tactical shit, man. She was like, I haven't paid rent in like at least 6 fucking months. I need to do something. And her at-home defense system was just a swarm of fucking bees.
You know what she's probably thinking? I could pay rent. No time for that. I need to buy bees.
I don't think you really have to buy bees. You can kind of just like take them.
Just go.
If you're a beekeeper. Or like a bee removal person.
She got charged with kidnapping.
Right. Bee napping.
Bee napping. Yeah.
She bee napping.
So do you think,
bee napping.
So you think instead of like her actually paying for rent, she was like paying for the equipment and classes to like learn how to do this?
That's why she couldn't pay rent, because she was buying all the bee shit.
I mean, fuck, lumber's so expensive. Like building a beehive or like a enclosure for beehives has got to be expensive. And she was probably trying to like sell honey or something, and she was just like, going to the farmer's market. I don't fucking see why somebody wouldn't pay $30 for a jar of honey. It's bullshit. So she couldn't pay her rent. And yeah, it came down to, I'm just going to fucking turn into Candyman here and swarm you fucks with bees if you try to come after me.
Do like Loki, that's actually a pretty big brain, because you know the cops ain't got no flamethrowers. They just got, you can't tase a bee. You can't shoot a bee.
You're going to pepper spray a bee?
One bee, yeah. Good luck.
I bet they threw like tear gas in. I bet that's how they fucking stopped that situation.
No, it just enraged the bees.
Right, just pissed them off more. The one cop like threw it into the fucking trailer, and the other cop's like, "No, you fucking idiot!" And then they all came out.
You just take a baton in both hands and windmill your way to the fucking area.
Right, basically.
Got a fucking Waco situation.
Like that's the Dark Souls logic.
Right, yeah. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Like, bees cannot be put out with friction.
You know, whenever I got stung by a bee, you know my mom told me to do? She was like, I want you to take a bunch of dirt and throw it in the open wound from getting stung.
How'd that go?
I never did it, but I knew in my head that that's how you got infections. So like, even as an adult, anytime I get stung by a bee, I'm just like, which doesn't ever happen, but like.
Yeah, I was going to say, how often does it really happen?
I mean, yeah, I like.
You're going to walk outside tomorrow now and get stung by a bee.
When I see people get like afraid and scared of bees, I'm like, all you have to do is sit completely calm and they're gonna fuck off. It's like any animal.
Most of the time.
Yeah, I'd say most of the time. Rogue bees are real though.
The last time I got stung by something, it wasn't a bee, it was a yellow jacket. I had a nest underground right outside of my house, and I was walking my dog, and I was wearing flip-flops. And the little fucker, like, I didn't realize at the time because I was probably stoned, and I was just staring at my phone trying to walk my dog. And out of nowhere, like, I felt something on my foot, and it stung the shit out of my fucking big toe. And nothing helped it go away. Like, I started popping, like, pain pills, still fucking hurt. I, like, took a few one-hitters, still didn't fix anything. I think it just made me focus on the pain more.
Yeah, right.
So then, like, I went to the only thing that I thought could help, and I just started slamming fucking beers. And I think I drank like 6 beers, and I was just really drunk and in pain.
Dude, and that kind of makes me think about the YouTube channel Brave Wilderness. That guy who just like
throwback.
Oh,
who
yeah,
intentionally gets fucking stung by bees.
Yeah, I watched a lot of his videos for a minute. That was during like the murder hornet epidemic.
Yeah,
the murder hornets
he's
were
like,
coming to the United States.
I'm gonna show you what it's like to get stung by one of these things, and then grabs it and gets purposely, stung by it.
Yeah.
And he's just writhing in pain. I'm like, oh, great, that's here? Awesome.
He's like, all right, this is a tarantula wasp. And if you didn't know by the name, these things kill tarantulas. Let's see what it does to my dick.
All right, Jake, what you got?
Okay, so wanted Oregon man attempts to flee arrest in slow-moving excavator. Deputies follow on foot. Jesse B. Shaw, who had 3 arrest warrants, was wanted for stealing a car and was found driving an excavator on a property north of Banks in Washington County. Shaw allegedly ignored deputies' commands to exit machinery and surrender. Shaw drove more than 1.5 miles in a slow-moving excavator as deputies plodded behind him in a vehicle in pursuit. Shaw eventually stopped and was arrested for attempting to elude police and alleged stolen car.
So I wonder, like, at what point when they were following this guy, because obviously he wasn't moving that fast. And
No.
so we're 1.5 miles. They were probably following this guy for like almost an hour on foot.
Yeah, right. It was OJ all over
Like
again.
how long did they have like a taser pointed at him? They're like, I'm gonna do it.
I'm
gonna fucking do it.
See, there's a picture of this, and it shows the excavator in the back, and 2 of the cops are just like with their hands on their hips, is like, I don't know what to do. Like, we're just gonna just watch it, and 2 guys are holding guns. Like, they're all just standing there. Like, what are they gonna do?
Bro, I just would have like got on it and sat on it and be like, I'm here when this runs out of gas.
I would have just started like shooting the motor. Like, something's gonna stop this engine. If it's not bullets, I don't know what it is. Or just like start shooting like a hydraulic line or something. Like,
they take gas, right? They need gas.
no, it's probably diesel.
Yeah, it's
Well, I
probably
mean,
diesel.
just
More than likely a diesel.
all right, diesel. So it takes diesel. So it takes diesel. So I mean, honestly, all they would have to do is just ride it out and keep their distance, because that like front hoe, I feel like that would fuck some people up. I'm surprised he didn't like
in the
utilize
slow-moving
it.
arm, just tink, tink.
I wonder-
Maybe if you have a cop car, you could like come at it and just like, I don't know, flip it up. It depends on how close they get.
Yeah, but the
I
picture
know this
that
isn't, like-
shows they're in the back, like a dirt, like back road, and like woods on the right side and hills on the left side. It's like a cop car could get there, but it can't get past to block them or anything.
I was gonna say, I wonder if they tried to form a roadblock at any point. Hey, you just see like this guy plow through all these police cars in a fucking excavator.
All right, we're gonna throw some road spikes down. That'll stop them. Oh shit, they have metal tires.
They're like, that's basically like a tank, right? Yeah. Spikes don't work.
Killdozer.
There's like jam a fucking metal pipe in the track or something.
No, this is like we find out in the future that this was like the beginning of the petition to get like the police force to have excavators like, commissioned to the department for shit just like this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It doesn't need guns. We just need big metal. It'll be fine.
Don't they have like a battering ram car thing now?
big, like-
It's like a
yeah.
tank.
I could see that.
Yeah, it's like a tank, and they have like a giant like ram on the front.
You remember when we were in Kankakee a few months ago, actually before the Gamago interview throwback, and we were at the burrito place getting food, and we saw the gigantic fucking like riot control police vehicle, and I was just like, what in the ever living fuck is that?
We stopped. We were like walking into the burrito store, and we just see this like I don't know if it was FBI, ATF, or some kind of like SWAT or something.
It was like one of
EBT.
those armored
EBT.
Yeah. Throwback. It was like one of those armored like bank trucks, but it looked like it had like a sound system or like a fucking machine gun turret on top of it, and it was armored to the fucking max. This thing was intimidating as shit. Like
we passed it. I don't know if it drove past us or if we passed it, and we both stopped and we're like,
what the fuck was that?
yeah, we
what
did
I
start
get
walking,
myself into
like we both
here?
don't say anything. We like see it. It like we turn our heads as we watch it go by, and then we get closer to the door, and he's like, "Yo, did you like see that?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. I don't know what to say about that." That's
Like, damn, this place has gone downhill.
fucking Kankakee.
So moving on to our next great story here.
I will take over for this part right here. It's kind of funny that after the stories you just heard, we have another one about bees.
Bee talk, love bee talk.
Bee talk, man, can't get enough of it.
Buzz.
So the headline on this one is Ohio tree trimmer expected to survive after suffering 20,000 bee stings. An Ohio man is now awake from a coma after he suffered at least, quote unquote, 20,000 bee stings last week.
He got put in a coma. Holy
Yeah, this shit's serious. Austin Bellamy, 20 years old, was in a tree trimming the branches with his grandmother and uncle when he unknowingly cut a bee's nest. His grandmother, Phyllis, that's how you know it's a grandmother. Her name is Phyllis. Told the news station bees came out of the nest when he started to cut them, and he had difficulties anchoring himself. He was hollering, "Help, help, help, help me." And nobody would help him, she said.
Do you blame them, though? Because I wouldn't help him.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do in that situation?
And then Phyllis was like, I was going to go try and climb the ladder to get Austin. I seen how high it was, but I just couldn't get him because there were so many bees.
These old legs aren't what they used to be.
Yeah. Bellamy's mother, Shauna Carter, described the attack as looking at like her son had a black blanket from his head to his neck onto his arms.
God damn, dude.
Yeah. And then his mother also went on to say, when I rubbed his head on Friday before they airlifted him here, he felt like he was becoming a porcupine. That's how pokey he was, because all of the little stingers were stuck in his head.
Yeah. It's fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it pretty much concludes with he suffered kidney failure, and medical officials had to suck bees out of his airways over the weekend.
Oh my god! So they like
This shit fucked him up.
They literally like swarmed into his body. Holy shit, dude!
Real life Candyman situation going on.
Yeah, they were another
He
Candyman
is now
reference.
a part of the bee nest.
Yeah, he is.
He is a collective.
He is the hive.
Hive mind.
Yeah, hive mind. He is the definition of hive mind, and that's fucked up too. Because I just a quick Google here, apparently the average adult, and this goes by 10 stings per pound of body weight. So the average adult can withstand 1,100 stings, and the average child can withstand 500. So we're talking this guy almost had 20 times the normal amount of stings you could withstand. And I'm assuming, did he die? Or is he still alive?
Well,
He's
they
in
said
a
he woke up
coma?
from a coma.
He woke up
at the
from a
time of
coma.
this story, I'm assuming, he's still alive. He's just in ICU, I'm assuming. So.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, that's just insane because, and like what I was talking about earlier with how I was in pain all day from just getting stung by a yellow jacket. Bees unleash. What actually causes you to be in so much pain is the neurotoxin that's in their sting. So I mean, and obviously enough of that would be lethal.
Yeah, eventually at some point.
Fucking kill you.
Could you imagine like his kid? When he has kids, come up like, Daddy, I got stung by a bee. Oh, you want to talk about bee stings? Oh, no, okay.
Walk it off, you little shit.
I mean, we always jokingly say things about our stories, but I mean, Riley's right. If you think about it, he probably went into a coma because of the pain.
Yeah,
you ever
he
imagine
had to have.
falling into a coma because you're in so much pain?
I'm assuming his body went into shock, and that's what caused it.
Yeah.
He probably passed out.
Yeah, self-preservation.
Sheer amount of pain of just being stung over and over and over in just so many places.
I'm sure whatever hospital he got taken to, they obviously have a way to combat that through medicine, but at the same time, that guy's pretty fucking lucky that he didn't die from that.
He survived, yeah.
No, but yes, best wishes from Mom, Austin. That's unfortunate. It is slightly funny, but it is unfortunate.
one might even say misfortunate.
Hey.
Wait, so I thought if a bee loses a stinger,
it dies.
They do.
So you're telling me there were 20,000 bees in that one fucking nest?
There was 20,000 kamikaze pilots ready to go.
Yeah, bro, bees are pretty small.
Yeah, but okay, if they're you can't see this, but if they're this fucking big, that's a big fucking nest.
Yeah, that's how
It
bees
had to have
work.
been.
How do you not know it's a bee nest? You just chop it down. I have questions about that.
So you're asking the victim should have known
Okay,
better?
okay, so a big ass bee nest or
You
tree
should have
branch.
scoped that tree out for bees' nests. Amateur mistake.
What you want to do is you want to get yourself some binoculars,
Well,
and
you
you're going
shoulda,
to
coulda,
look
woulda
at that
done.
tree.
You should have set the tree on fire before you even started. You fucking idiot.
Well, how do you not know it's a bee nest versus a tree branch? That's how.
So basically, what you're saying is we are extending an invitation for Austin to come on and tell us about his misfortunate
Fucking
events.
please, yeah.
Absolutely. Please.
No bees in this house. You're welcome, man. We got you.
Yeah.
I just
okay.
looked it up. He's apparently the news station that covered it's in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, that's
not super far.
Not too
Yeah.
far. Not too far. So if you happen to hear this, Austin, please reach out to us. We'd like to elaborate on your experience a little bit more.
Yeah,
from
no,
your side
no,
of
no
things.
bullshit aside. That'd be cool.
Yeah, if you know Austin who was stung by a bajillion fucking bees,
No, not 20 zeros. It's only 20,000. Way too many
Yeah,
zeros.
you need to dial
this
back that
Austin-
decimal point.
if you know this fucking Austin, you need to send him our way. Send us an email with his phone number or some shit.
Oh, fuck, I almost had it. Oh, shit, what the...
Get the fuck out of the way!
Hey, fuck you, man. I'm trying to skate here.
Hey, man. What's wrong?
Dude, there's nowhere good to fucking skate. I keep busting my ass on, like, concrete and sidewalks. I'm just tired of it, dude. I hate this town.
Why don't you go to Hollywood?
Hollywood? What the hell is that?
It's an all-action, sports-friendly 8,000 square foot indoor skate park in Dubuque, Iowa, with 2,000 of that in a separate area, which can also be used for party rentals. Open 6 days a week, and we'll be doing an all-age show coming up here in the near future.
Oh, shit, man. Thanks. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, they're at 3125 Cedar Crest Ridge B. And when you go there, use the code MISFORTUNATE for a half-off lesson or $5 off a day pass, which is normally $20.
Oh, thank God they have lessons. I can't skate worth shit.
Hey, me too!
Nice.
All right, what do we got next?
All right,
Fearless Leader?
my story is South Carolina man says witches command him to toss a dog over a bridge. Police say. Man accused of twice tossing a dog over a bridge. So this is multiple offender dog
Twice.
tosser.
Was it the same dog? No.
It was.
If it comes back, it loves you.
That's the only way you know how loyal this fucking dog is.
If he
to
comes
you.
back, he thinks it was fun and he wants you to do it again.
All I think about is like Ron Burgundy, like
Baxter's that bark twice you're Milwaukee.
you're gonna take something I love and destroy it. I'm gonna take something you love and destroy it. Kicks dog over.
You just
bridge.
ruined the only thing I love. What do you love?
So man accused of tossing dog over bridge twice said he was instructed to do by witches, according to the police. Spartanburg County environmentalists enforced officers to respond to a call Monday, October 3rd, 2022. If someone was tossing a dog from a bridge over water located on Highway 11 in the Fingerville area of Spartanburg County, a witness told officers that the man was tossing a dog off and over a bridge. Officers searched the area below the bridge and found a man, later identified as 43-year-old Shannon Lee Cantrell, holding a dog in a chokehold. Holy shit, that got fucking dark, dude.
God
Okay,
damn.
that dog must have shit on the new couch or something.
I'll show you to fucking shit on my fucking white couch. No, dude, that's so fucked up, though.
That really
100%.
is.
That's so fucked
Animal
up.
abuse is not okay.
Cantrell told the officers witches told him to throw the dog from the bridge. Police said the dog was thrown twice. Oh, so it was the same dog. Damn, dude.
So he did love the owner. He came back. My mom always told
He
me.
must
if-
have.
Nah, that dude went down there and picked him back
Yeah,
up.
you're fucking right, he did. He fucking got in there. He's like, all right, the witches told me to do this. I got to see it through.
Is there a
Yeah, first
backstory on
time.
the witch's story? Because where did that come from?
I need to find out where these bitches live so we can talk to them. Can't
Witches,
careful
not
now.
bitches. Witches, not bitches.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Correct me. That's fine. Cantrell told the officers that the dog was his and released ownership to Spartanburg County. Officers determined that the distance from the bridge to the ground was approximately 34 feet. The 1-year-old dog didn't show any visible signs of injury, but was clearly shaken up by the incident, police said. The dog was transported to Greenville County Animal Care for assessment. Deputies with Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office arrested Cantrell and transported him to the Spartanburg County Detention Center. He faces animal cruelty charge. You bet your fucking ass he fucking does.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Violence against animals ain't cool in my book. They should just
Fuck no.
throw the book
No.
at them. Like,
Yeah,
man,
absolutely.
I don't know.
Hey guys, it's Tom with the Magic Wand from Misfortunate Media. If you made it this far in the episode, we stopped for a beer run, but check out our other shows, our deep dive show, Morning Cup of Chaos, our anime show, Now I Mention Everything, and our new show, Meta Misfortune. You can check us out on any streaming platform or anywhere you listen to your podcasts.
All right, Riley, what we got next?
So, I don't know why I'm reading a lot of Fox News stories today, but that's
Because
okay.
Fox News has dumb shit because they're scared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't talk about Trump anymore, so they have to talk about this. As I said, brought to you by FoxNews.com. Headline here: Texas homeowners says hooker ghosts have taken over rental property. They're trying to stir up business.
You know how many old people you just scared with that one sentence? They're terrified. Fox News is like, you know what you need to be afraid of? You need to be afraid of fentanyl and scary hooker ghosts.
Scary hooker ghosts. They might try to fuck your husband in his sleep. It's like Scary Movie 2 all over again.
I bet that's how this whole article started. It's just like, you know, I came home and my husband was just fucking the air. I didn't know what to do. He told me he was
Obviously
fucking a ghost.
possessed. Call in the exorcist.
No, Diane, that's just your husband going into dementia.
That's okay. Linda Hill said that there are 4 different types of ghosts in the home. A Texas woman made a spooky discovery about her rental home in Gainesville after several renters claimed it was haunted. Well, then it must be. Linda Hill, owner of Hill House Manor, it's definitely haunted if it has that name, told Jesse Waters Primetime Monday that she was taking a shower when she heard someone say, "Looking good." I thought it was my husband, He said he and I were the only ones in the house, she said. However, it was not her husband making the comments. It was a ghost.
You know that old bastard probably hasn't touched his wife in fucking years and she's just imagining shit?
Probably. I spoke to him, he told me I was looking good. I said, thank you, and I asked him what he had been doing that day, and we had a conversation, and he left, Hill explained. She added that she believes the home has many different types of ghosts. We've got kids, and we've got old people, old guys, and we've got hookers. She told host Jesse Waters.
I feel like I'd rather have a hooker as a ghost than a child. That's just me, because a hooker does a lot less than a child does.
So
I don't have kids, but I'm going to just point it out.
Okay.
I'm just saying I would rather probably take the old brothel owner over the grudge child.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what would you rather see whenever you're coming up your stairs and at the very top of the stairs you see that phantom? You either have a old whore or a fucking an 8-year-old child.
Just imagine if you're in the bathroom, like alone in your haunted house in Texas, and you're taking a piss. Out of nowhere, you hear, "Nice cock."
I would feel
If a
so
child,
good.
Dude, you
Yeah.
can move in rent free. Come on, baby.
Hold on. If a child said that though, that's fucked up.
Dude,
That would be really fucked.
Like, I'm
up,
out.
I agree.
you know how long I've been waiting for a fucking ghost hype man? Like, come on, you just be walking in your house, nice dick. It's like, you know what? It is,
Thanks, bro.
Thank you for noticing. I want you
Right.
to know that I see you.
I mean, from what I read in the story, it doesn't sound like it was a bad hooker ghost.
I take
it was a very complimentary hooker ghost.
What would qualify as a bad hooker ghost?
I don't know, one that's trying to fucking scare you or kill you.
Doesn't do the dishes.
Like, I'm gonna chop your fucking dick off.
Doesn't clean up after themselves.
One that charges you up front and then never does anything.
There you go.
That'll be $70 leaving it on the nightstand.
Yeah, bye.
All right, guys, we need a moment of silence. A huge tragedy happened back in September.
Aaron Carter's death.
That was today. No,
Oh,
it was
okay.
in
That
September.
comes later.
Are we in September, Tyler?
I don't know. I don't know anymore, guys.
A semi full of Coors Light spilled onto the highway.
Oh, that's not a tragedy. That's a blessing.
No,
That's a tragedy, bro.
Moment of silence. Moment of silence. That's all I need. Thank you. Okay, so there's a stop in a Florida highway. One car stopped. A fucking truck hit that car. And then 3 semis hit that car. And the final fucking semi hit all of them and then blew Coors Light all over the highway.
Damn, I mean, like, God didn't have to tell us he didn't like Coors Light that intensely.
Yeah,
He could have
I
just
know.
sent a message.
All the frat parties are fucking ruined.
Yeah.
That was the whole story, by the way. That's what happened. Like, the 5 cars hit a parked car on the highway, and then Coors Light went everywhere.
If
Well-
you were there, would you grab as many cans?
You're
and
fucking right, I would.
Well,
Like-
Jake would.
Yeah.
and just surf inside of Coors cans. It's kind of like that time that Riley and I stole from that one bar, and we walked out with like a whole trash bag.
What the
Of,
fuck? You got
That
a shopping
is
cart, didn't
gonna
you?
be taken from the record.
Nope. To say allegedly, you're fine. Allegedly, you guys took a lot of beer from this.
Took a lot of free beer that was actually at a wedding happening at the bar.
yeah, we went to a wedding. We weren't a part of
crashed
it.
the wedding.
Allegedly.
We saw an opportunity and we fucking took it. That's what I saw. I was
No.
wearing cargo shorts.
Guys, you didn't take anything. You just moved it out of the way. From what you've told me, it was in the way.
And it went to my house.
Just sitting there.
That's a
we
valid point.
moved it out to the curb because then it was garbage.
It was garbage.
And everybody knows the law of the land. All right, if you leave something in front of your house, it's free game.
That's right.
That is fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's
If you leave shit by the door, it's free shit to take on
whether
the way out.
it's a motorcycle on the curb or a nice 2004 Lincoln Town car, obviously,
No, that's never been.
if
No.
the door is open, it's yours for the
Don't
taking.
bring the old lady into this. Don't do that. don't bring her into this.
Yo, there's a 2004 Lincoln Town Car sitting outside my house right now.
Yeah, it's locked right now for a reason.
Well, I just want to say all my condolences go out to all the frat boys and people that had to drink Bud Light that couldn't get their Coors Light. And moving on to our next story here.
I'll take that over. This one, I'm sure if you guys have been on YouTube or anywhere that, like, you know, drama pops up, you've probably heard of this one, but I can't do this episode without mentioning it. It's titled, Chess Player Insists He Didn't Use Sex Toy to Defeat World Champion. His quote was, "If they want to strip me fully naked, I will do it," said Hans Niemann. So basically what happened was there was like this Grandmaster's like chess tournament, right? And this teenage kid came in there, Hans Niemann. He was 19 years old, okay? And he was like ranked, I guess, to like basically not even place in the top 10. You know what I'm saying? And he was, in his very first match of the tournament, he was up against Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen, who's 31. And this guy was like projected to like sweep the board. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a... This match meant nothing to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But basically what happened was Hans Niemann played like 4 or 5 or something like that. He played like a few turns, and then Carlsen quit.
What?
Because he knew he wasn't going to win.
How would you even use a sex toy to
enhance your playment?
So basically what they... So right now we've pretty much proven that wasn't a thing, but what the theory was, there's actually a guy on YouTube who built 2 of them. Yeah, I swear to God, he 3D printed them and everything. You can find it. But it was basically like an anal bead, right? And then like within each of the beads there were different things. There was in one of them there was like a little rumble motor. In the middle one there was like a little Raspberry Pi Nano, right? Like a little tiny boy, yeah. And then the third one there was like, I don't know, like some sort of like, it was like receiving and receiving sensors, right? So someone on the outside would send a message to
what move to do.
Yeah, but it was in Morse code basically, because like if chess, do you know anything about chess? You can say knight to E3, right? And you can translate that into Morse code though.
All right, but if he's willing to show that kind of dedication to the sport, like I feel like you should just go ahead and give it to him, even if he does cheat.
I honestly, like, I'm just trying to think of ways after you said that I could shove a Raspberry Pi up my ass. Well, that's a pretty big thing.
And like the funny part about this, that people, that icing on the cake is this guy, this 19-year-old kid, has been kicked out and banned off of chess.com before for cheating.
So he knew what he was doing. Then.
He had a history with what he was doing and what he was being accused of. I guess like that. I mean, that's like the boy who cried wolf. Like, what does it take for you to be believed? I mean, maybe he did go in there and actually take it seriously, but his record shows that he's a piece of shit. So like,
well, it's just like it goes back to the fact that if you've cheated before in the past, especially with something like chess, and then like you get good and beat people, if you ever win in a way that's like too extravagant, they're gonna be like, oh, you probably cheated, even if you didn't. Your validity, you're stained.
So you know the guy he was facing was really good when. After like 4 or 5 moves, he knew he'd lost. Like,
because he's a grandmaster. He's so smart. He knows that like once every few turns happen, like computers are the best chess players ever.
So
right?
do you think So do you think the person on the quote unquote outside,
they were mimicking his moves on the machine and then telling him what to do? And the dude was like, "No, I ain't doing this," and he quit. And he walked out. And the next day, they were like, "What's up?" And he's like, "No comment. You know what? I don't want to talk about it." And this guy was like supposed to win.
He was projected. He was the best choice to win because he had been grandmaster before.
So he was overrated.
Yeah.
No,
well, he might have.
He walked out of a chess tournament like he was projected to win. He was the OP guy, and some fucking 19-year-old with anal beads in, allegedly. A robot, an android beat him. And and 4 moves in, he quits.
But
overrated. Come on.
But if that chess player has been playing long enough and he understands the moves and the set list and how everything's
Yeah.
going to go. He can predict that move before it even happens.
Well, a lot of the
Right.
thing is, like, after it happened, the Grandmaster went silent, and a lot of people think that, like, him giving up and quitting was like him saying, because he never once told anybody he cheated. He was just basically like, "No, I'm not doing this."
And you know, a
so
lot
this
of
was all just like his past, them looking into his past and being like, oh, he must have fucking cheated.
Because this wouldn't happen.
I
No.
was gonna say, and you know, like you said, most people that play chess, especially a grandmaster, you know, every move that a chess player usually makes, well seasoned chess player is everything is calculated.
Oh,
They're thinking 6 moves ahead.
Exactly.
So you know, this grandmaster that was playing against this guy, you know, 5 moves into the game, he's just like, I'm done. Because he could read everything that was about to happen after what had already happened. So I could, honestly, from a certain standpoint, I could see why he'd walk away from it.
And I will say before we move on, 2 things. One thing is, since the time of this, there has been a lot of updates, and certain information has been confirmed and denied. But one of the earlier things that happened a couple of weeks ago is Neiman is suing Magnus for $100 million for accusing him of cheating. Yeah. So.
Wow. Best of luck to.
Stay tuned with this
whoever,
one.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Whoever comes on top of that, we will get back to it later.
We don't need we don't need an actual trial for this lawsuit. We need another chess match. Whoever wins the chess match gets either the $100 million or satisfaction.
Jake, the judge. You need to go. You need to be a judge.
Come to my house. I'll even buy a chessboard. I got this for you guys.
Like it's going to be a normal day at like the airport for these guys. Cavity searches all around before the chess match.
We need it. We need it because I feel like if Anal Beat is gonna hide something, that's where he's gonna put it.
His name.
I mean, we've ascended to a new level of cheating. Like I'm going to learn Morse code. I'm going to learn how to shove a Raspberry Pi up my ass.
Fucking had to practice.
And I'm going to learn how to play chess on a very basic level.
Right. Do you think his internet history could be just like how to win chess in like 4 turns?
It could be.
See?
Maybe.
We need to ask.
But if it was that easy, he wouldn't have shoved a Raspberry Pi up his ass.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
All right, well, moving on from that, what do we got?
Okay, back to me, baby. Doctors find 55 batteries in a woman's body, highest reported number ever.
Wait. Does it state what the second highest is?
I don't know. We'll get to it. Maybe. We might have to Google this one as well.
I'll start right now.
Surgeons milked 4 of the cylinders from her colon to her rectum and then retrieved them from her anus. So they flushed them out, got them from her ass.
No, they milked him.
They milked them out and then stuck a glove probably so far up there and just pulled these batteries out. 55 of them. The term emergency AAA typically connote a roadside incident. Certain doctors in Dublin, however, are unlikely to associate those terms with anything but the recent surgery, during which they found a dozen of batteries in a 66-year-old woman and her colon and her stomach. The report of the incident, published Thursday in Irish Medical Journal, detailed from the partner arrival at St. Vincent's University Hospital, where an X-ray revealed the foreign objects in her body. Miraculously, none were obstructing her gastrointestinal tract.
Because they were keeping her going.
That's right.
That's a knee slapper.
The fucking the Duracell bunny is jumping out, or an Energizer. The Energizer. Fuck,
like
man.
they do an X-ray, you just see him banging the drums in her fucking
head. It's just the fucking pink bunny with the big bass drum.
That's actually what's keeping her heart going.
Right. Yeah.
The bunny.
She no longer has a heart.
I still think she was trying to charge her vibrator through osmosis.
Doctors initially decided to wait in hopes that she would pass the batteries out of her body naturally. Though she released 5 AA batteries the first week, subsequent x-rays showed that most of them were stuck inside, and the woman began to experiencing abdominal pain.
Gee, I wonder why.
I fucking wonder why, dude.
Okay, hold on. So there were five AA batteries. Do you think they were all AA, or do you think they're D batteries, or AAA?
From this X-ray, it looks like they're all AA. They're all the same size. It looks like buckshots inside of the body, dude.
We have a ladder system. You start with AAA, go to AA. Her next obstacle is D battery.
Yeah, no, she was getting there. It was like an Olympic sport, like something you have to train for forever.
Can we get her contact info? I have questions to ask her.
If you know Battery Woman, send her to the show. I'd love to fucking talk to her for
Yeah, that's
for
going
at
to be
least
an interview with just you and her then.
5 minutes. Let me
Yeah.
ask the questions that we need answered. After realizing that her distended stomach was hanging above her pubic bone to the weight of the batteries, surgeons cut from the abdomen and successfully removed 46 of them.
They did a C-section for batteries on her.
Right.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You'll never worry about your remote dying again.
Hold on, the battery's dead. Let me shit one out real quick. It's okay.
Just give me about 5 minutes.
I got this.
She took the quote what, I just got one of those up my ass? Actually, I do.
55 to be exact.
Oh, you
Thank
need
for
batteries?
asking.
Let me just go shit one.
Yeah, exactly.
Calm down.
One out of my
So,
ass.
do you
No, I'm
guys-
serious.
Do you guys think that 54 is a limit? 55 goes overboard?
So no. It's 51. Unfortunately, all involved, 4 additional batteries remain trapped in the colon. As described in the report, doctors milked them into her rectum to remove them from her anus. This brought the total amount of batteries she ingested to both AA and AAA to a whopping 55. So she did have practice with this. This was not something that
so
she just
was in the step between AAA and AA battery. She was in that middle bar.
She just had to go for the gold. Like
This is not something that was just like, oops, I shoved a battery.
Oops, I did it
oops,
again.
oops, step battery brother.
This was 100% premeditated. It's like, well, if I can shove a AAA up there, I can definitely shove a AA up there.
It's training.
Bro,
and after 23 AAAs, I can definitely shove 22 AAs up there.
I mean, that's math if you move up.
There was a girl who went to a different school from me, but went the same grade as me. She went to the doctor one day because a bouncy ball dropped on the floor. All quote unquote here, quote unquote, a bouncy ball dropped on the floor and went up her vagina and got stuck.
I've seen porn stars shoot out bigger. She's got this. How does a bouncy ball, like, what kind of angling?
That's why I said quote unquote, because it was more of like,
I know, I'm just saying.
Hey, my hot dog was too a little dry. I had to moisten it up, and I got lodged in my vagina. The same thing is like I bounced the ball and it just up my vagina.
Dude, maybe we're missing out, boys. Maybe we need to explore our orifices more. I mean, like,
I'm 100% good on that.
Mason's bringing the real questions to the table.
Yeah, and with hypothetical exploring orifices aside, I'm going to move on to our next story here. Let's see what we got. This is actually going to be my last story for the night. This is actually a story we've wanted to talk about for quite a while now because it hits home with our fearless leader and I here.
And don't forget our boy Mason.
And our boy Mason, because he also he had his small,
the transplant.
He had a small the transplant into our former hometown, I guess you could say, which is in Danville, Illinois. This is brought to you by WCIA.com, which if you're from the area, you're very familiar with, the #1 news source in the area.
And literally, Danville is Googleable. Just saying.
Yes,
if you Google Danville, you'll
If you
know
Google
what Danville
top-
is.
Some shit.
If you Google top 10 shittiest places to live in Illinois, Danville's going to be at least top 5.
If you Google top 10 shittiest places in the U.S.,
Yeah,
it's gonna
dude,
be
that's what I'm saying. Just Google Danville.
Yeah,
Those lists will
Danville,
pop up.
Illinois, and you will know that the suffering that we lived through for a very long time. Anyway, emus are on the loose in Danville. Vermilion County animal control officials said to not approach them as they will be aggressive. Animal control worker Hannah Houston said, "You have to tackle them and hog tie them." She said, "They will use their talons to gut you with one swipe." Ashley, the emu owner's fiance, said that emus like fenced-in areas. They are calm when they are in their pens, but they can run fast when they escape. If you chase them, they're just going to continue to run further and further away.
Like
Unfortunately, it's really hard to catch them when they're just in a large open area, she said. As of Friday night, she said they have captured 8. 3 are still on the loose.
That is such conflicting fucking information. Hey, we need you to go ahead and tackle these things, but guess what? They can gore you and fucking end your life.
Yeah, you've got about a 50-50 shot of either subduing them or getting killed by them.
Dude, there's actually a video online of this exact thing.
Of somebody getting gorged by him?
No, but like it was a video of like I think it was like swear to God there were like 3 dudes and then like 4 other people around them, all around one of these emus, and like you could if you watch the video, they're trying to keep him down as best they can, and the dude's
they
like
can't.
freaking out. Yeah,
They can't.
He's like, no, because like you're right. If you look at his claws, if they gouge you, it could slit your throat.
Yeah,
Like,
you could easily die. It could be a very vital injury to your body if you cross these emus the wrong way. And since then, this, like we said, this is an older article. They have been caught. Well, it's kind of funny because this went on for so long.
Yeah,
that's months.
This is like a mid-story update type of thing.
Yeah.
Like they spent months trying to capture these emus. And it was funny because there was a lot of videos going around on Facebook where people were driving through like the hood in Danville, like the worst parts of Danville, and it's not a deer, it's not a bunny, it's a fucking emu just walking through the projects like it's just a normal Tuesday. Or there'd be like a guy driving by the projects on the main road. I think it was Fairchild actually, and you just pull up at a stop sign. There comes an emu. It's like, what do you do?
Be fucking whack.
See, I have a childhood history with these emus. They have a farm out by a park in town called Winter Park. There's an overpass you go through, and then to the left there's a whole farm. They are fucking massive. You would have to be, I think an emu is like, I was like 5'5" or something whenever I met one of these things, and they were taller than me. I want to say I was you would have to be like at least 6 foot to be the same size of an emu, and they run so fucking fast, dude. It is intense.
Dude, like an emu is like the size of you, Jake.
Yeah.
He's a big
I'm
bird.
over 6 foot, so there's
at least.
Yeah.
They're probably not as tall as you, but they're beefy, bro.
They're stout. I mean, you're gonna have
I'm
to
not really.
So the people of Danville that have made it this far with the fact that they survived an emu attack, guess what? That's the least of your problems.
One of 3 things are gonna happen when you wake up in Danville. You're either gonna go to work and have a normal day, you're gonna get caught in the crossfire of bullets, or you're gonna get approached by an emu, and it may or may not be your last day.
There's a huge window of what's going to go on for your day.
But not anymore. But
No.
for a certain amount of time,
It
that's
was-
potentially what could have happened.
It was real scary, like parents, instead of like looking out their window, or kids, looking outside their window and going, is that deranged Jason out there or Freddy Fazbear? No, it's a fucking emu. And parents,
just
lock
imagine
your doors, baby.
Just imagine being like a 4th grader leaving in the morning to go to school, and the last thing your parent says to you is, "Watch out for emus."
Like you finally get the right to walk home from school by yourself, and a fucking
Yeah.
emu comes up and mess you up. Like,
Like I said, I wouldn't know what to do if I came in contact with an emu. Just like head on, like, all right, it's either fight or flight mode here. Either this thing is gonna like fucking pummel me over, or I'm gonna get away safely. I think the first option is more than likely what's gonna happen.
so you pull a Legolas move like they do in Lord of the Rings and grab onto the fucking neck. And then
Jump onto him?
strap it, and fucking ride it away in the sunset.
You are now mine, emu.
I have claimed you. With emus aside, I have exhausted my amount of stories for the night. We're going to turn it over to Jake here. I'm not sure if he's on his last story or not, but we've got another one for you guys.
I'm on my last story, and I'm going back to Florida. Naked Florida man wielding machete tried to steal another man's clothes. So a naked Florida man threw a machete at another man and tried to rob him of his clothes on Monday. The deputies responded to an area around before 10 a.m. after a surveyor reported that a naked man approached him with a large machete-style knife. The victim told deputies that the suspect was picking pimento berries in the woods and ran out of the bush, brandishing the machete and demanding his clothes, wallet, and phone.
Was that the Terminator?
I was
by
gonna
any
say,
chance?
I need your clothes, your bike, what is it? I need your clothes, your boots, your motorcycle.
There it is. Yeah.
Hey,
So he said he began to give the items over to the suspect while the naked man hurled the machete and a handful of berries at him. The deputy said the handle of the machete hit the victim in the chest and wasn't injured. The suspect fled into the wooded area and took off, in a white Dodge Challenger. So he doesn't have clothes, but he had a fucking Dodge.
That's what I was gonna say. Why does this guy need clothes if he has a Dodge Challenger? I mean, it's a somewhat like valuable car.
He probably had like a weird one night stand, left his clothes, and then just fucking had a weapon on him at this point in time.
I mean,
so the deputies soon received another report of a naked man outside of a gas station, and the sheriff released an aerial photo of a helicopter spotting a man whom authorities identified as the same guy before. The suspect is seen laying down on his stomach in the parking lot as officers took him into custody without incident.
You know he was having like a hardcore PCP trip. If
It
he's like
sounds
laying
like it.
on the fucking concrete, like
Florida,
trying
what
to
do you expect?
collect the sun rays and shit.
it's probably after he was subdued, I would imagine. You know.
So he was charged with attempted robbery with a deadly weapon, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's all I got for that one.
Dude, yeah, the part that like shook me the most was like you said the hilt of the machete hit the dude in the chest, so that means like
He was
he
holding by the
legitimately
blade.
was trying to like throw this machete at this guy. Like
Although he was unsuccessful in his endeavor.
he had a 50-50 chance.
But you know what's
Yeah.
funny to me though is in the photo of the aerial photo of the guy laying on in the parking lot and of him running away, he's not wearing the clothes. He's still naked, and like look, he's still naked, and there's no clothes, no car around him. Like what the fuck? Why did he rob the guy? Like where's he gonna hide the wallet at?
I don't even think he knows at that point.
Maybe know where he's at right now.
Think of the mind state you would have to be in to kind of pull that shit on somebody.
Pretty fucked one.
I mean, we're talking about Florida here. Florida, no offense. but-
Dude,
We
like,
love your stories.
he had it planned out. He was like, "All right, machete. I need a ranged weapon. Pimento berries. Let's go, baby."
right.
It's a fucking Lord of the Rings Hobbit type of Xbox game.
I just imagined like the King of the Hill, like Pocket Sam, but it was like, "Ha ha!"
Pocket berries.
Yeah, pocket berries.
So, with that being said, we're going to move on to our next story here, which I, for one, am very excited to hear about because I've made a lot of references to this over time in the last few weeks.
Yeah, like you and I have been joking about this, like even in our interpersonal conversations.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you guys have probably heard of this a lot. TikTok's pretty big nowadays, but I'm just going to go ahead and read it. It's titled here, "Don't Cook Chicken in NyQuil. FDA warns after TikTok challenge." Yeah, so
Let's go ahead and dissect the beginning
But
of this.
it's called a midnight snack for a reason.
I feel like we got this the story because we are like right around the corner from Thanksgiving, but we don't
Yeah.
cook chicken. We cook turkey.
cook burbs.
Yeah, it's a
Bird.
bird.
Cook ostriches and emus.
That's next on the menu.
Yeah, so basically, reads here a number. So it was called the Sleepy Chicken, quote unquote, TikTok challenge.
What a fucking challenge.
Yeah, right. A number of videos challenge people to cook chicken in NyQuil, which contains acetaminophen, dextromorphin, and dioxylamine, which is just like cough syrup, right? Obviously, this
Yeah.
doesn't need to be
Yeah.
explained too much.
Yeah. I think most of our listeners know what NyQuil is.
Yeah.
Triple C's.
So, yeah. So basically, I mean, there's not much to the story. On TikTok, there was like a trend of sleepy chicken, and you cook your chicken in the NyQuil, and you eat it, and it got to the point where like, literally, the FDA and the people that own NyQuil were like, "Our product is not used for for cooking. If you didn't know that, please stop doing that. This is the laundry detergent all over again."
I can't express how like nasty that would fucking be because especially cough syrup just in itself. I don't care if it's NyQuil. I don't care if it's fucking Dayquil.
It's not tasty.
I don't care if
No,
it's
it's not.
mid-Dayquil.
Not at
It
all.
tastes like absolute
Yeah.
shit.
I just picture like Gordon Ramsay being like, "All right, so now we have to fucking baste our chicken in some NyQuil, and we're gonna
Oh.
cook it at 350."
I got this. He's like olive oil and pen, chicken in the NyQuil. Let it baste for a while.
Oven on.
Oven on 350 degrees. NyQuil chicken in pan. Now look how it sears in the pan. The NyQuil is just starting to turn black. That's what you want. And just not to mention the smell of the NyQuil like burning in a pan. It probably just smelled like fucking pure like arsenic or like
Black
anthrax or
licorice.
something. Yeah, it'd just be awful.
Reminds me of, sorry, man, one second. Black licorice reminds me of the absinthe you and I tried, Tyler, a while back.
Oh,
I wouldn't say tried, but I'd say drink.
I mean,
the
we
whole
drank the
bottle.
whole bottle, but
Has anise in it. It's the same thing. Anise is in black licorice.
Yep.
And,
Really?
Yep. That's what that taste is. If you taste black licorice, you don't like anise.
Nope.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. No, but it's funny. I was gonna say, Riley and I, we've been joking about this before you cook. You know what you do before you cook NyQuil chicken?
You gotta
I do
bleach
not
it.
know.
There's a step to this.
Yeah.
Listen, we're trying to tell you.
Before anybody prepares their chicken, you need to bleach the chicken.
You have to
Well,
watch
you
it
have
and
to
bleach.
bleach?
You gotta bleach
Yeah,
the chicken.
this
All
is
right.
also a thing people are doing.
All right, listeners, take notes. So first
Please
you
don't
buy
do this.
chicken. First you buy chicken. Then you buy NyQuil. Then you buy bleach.
and then you
and
bleach
go
the
home,
chicken.
You bleach chicken. Soak the chicken in NyQuil. Cook the chicken at 350 for 3.5 hours.
Jake, are you being serious right now?
Why would I know anybody? I'm winging all this right now.
Yo, I totally.
I 100% believed it.
I was about to
in
start writing this
trance.
down.
I was like,
I'm very
Jake, is this
convinced.
serious? How you make fucking?
Do you have a
sleepy time?
TikTok?
No, I refuse to get TikTok. I have to keep my reigning dipshit title.
I was with it.
See, I'm the
That's
dipshit.
the problem. Is I was like, dude, yeah.
Honestly,
Go
because
on.
you believe that, you should have a dipshit title.
Okay, to be completely straight up with you, dipshit has nothing to do with being charismatic.
That's
Some
fair.
of the most charismatic people are dumb as fuck.
Oh, dude.
Like,
Look at that.
I'm raising my hand.
all right,
You
so
can't
it's not
see
your
it.
intelligence.
President accounted for.
I believed it. I was there for the ride, dude. It was going. I was going up the hill. But you know what also drives me nuts is we have this TikTok pink sauce, the pink sauce lady.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
mayo
yeah.
shit?
I'm
Yeah.
glad
That
that's
was-
finally like passed a little bit.
Yeah, I think
now,
that got put to bed. I didn't really hear much about the topic, but the funniest thing that I saw was the creator of it went live on TikTok, and a lot of people were asking if the pink sauce was FDA approved.
Oh God, no.
And she straight up was just like, it doesn't need to be FDA approved. The FDA has nothing to do with food. And it's just like you realize
Food and Drug Administration.
it's in the name.
So if you look at the back of the bottle, the total servings in the bottle is 444.
Yeah, I saw
That's a
that
lot.
part. Yeah.
That's because it wasn't even really a big bottle or anything.
No.
It was just like a normal bottle of ketchup.
And to follow up on that, so she went on like some I don't know, quote unquote popular famous talk show, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then the chick that like on
Called her
TikTok
out.
called her out. They had like they had a meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but the main host guy was like totally on pink sauce's
Yep.
side. And then after that episode dropped, his show got canceled.
Yep.
Because he was like siding, like I don't know if they thought it was like a racial thing or what, but like he was siding with her and she was totally in the wrong, and everybody knew she was in the wrong.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
very surprising.
It was
I
like
did not know
the
that.
the pink sauce girl was like, why would you ask that kind of question? Like, it doesn't matter what my sauce is, and it's like,
It
you know what?
totally
You know,
matters
it-
what the sauce
kind of
is.
does.
so like, actually, the woman that spoke out against her was also, I believe, paid off because she eventually, after that interview, was like, "Yo, the sauce is good," all this other shit, and it's like, all right, you just flipped a script on how.
Well,
this-
the accusations originally began because people were getting like deathly sick
yeah,
from eating
yeah,
the sauce.
yeah, I'd get sick too if I drank a whole fucking bottle of Pepto Bismol. Like,
You could have just fucking taken the mayo and fucking put pink food dye in there and then rebottled it.
That's what some people said she did because the consistency they received
It
was
looked.
different.
It looked. Yeah. It
I would not be surprised.
No.
if that
it was
the
all
case.
different. These sauces,
Yeah.
these sauce bottles were showing up and they were different. Like,
Dude,
I mean, the
there's
labeling was
videos of
right.
like sauce bottles showing up and they're like about to explode. And
Yeah,
they're, like,
kinda like pink,
yeah, they were like fermented.
yeah, because there's milk in it.
because like they.
Yes,
they were,
that was it. That was it.
because
Yes.
they were refrigerated at her house or wherever she was fucking making them at, and then they would send it.
It was good there.
But when it got shipped,
Why
it
wasn't
wasn't
it good
good
there?
the
When's
week
it
it was
left
getting shipped.
by?
That's like sending a half gallon of milk in the mail that was left in the fridge for like 2 months. Of course, you shift it from like
You're getting cottage
34
cheese now,
degrees
boy.
or like 38 degrees to like normal like room temp or like above that. Yeah, shit's gonna happen in the chemical makeup of that product. It's probably gonna fucking. I mean, depending on what it's made of, something bad's not gonna happen. I would think.
But regardless, fucking stop doing the stupid TikTok shit. Have some goddamn common sense for once,
See,
people.
the common sense
Don't
I
NyQuil
have-
your chicken. Don't bleach your
Don't
chicken.
bleach your fucking chicken.
Yeah, see, I bought Tide Pods for my laundry. I didn't eat one.
That's because
Good.
you're a grown adult.
I
and
mean,
you
they
don't.
do
Partially.
partially look good.
That's because you're
They
not a
do.
fucking idiot.
they look
do.
tasty.
They
Don't
do.
do it. It's the forbidden fruit, bro.
Like, I was doing dishes in front of Callan the other night, and I threw the
Yeah.
Tide Pods in it, and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, you know what? These do look pretty tasty.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
just,
candy kinda.
yeah, I just want to bite into it and see what it
Granted,
is.
okay, a long time ago, I made a little Play-Doh hamburger sandwich.
Please tell me you didn't eat this.
No, I didn't. But the kid I was making it for, I'm like, hey, look, I made a hamburger. She fucking ate it.
No.
I was like,
least
no,
that
don't do
won't-
that.
At least that will not kill somebody.
True.
you can
Well,
eat
die some poopy though. That'll bleach shit out of it.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to taste that good either. Let's be honest.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tyler,
It's Talon,
and we're from Misfortunate Media.
and we're here to talk to you about BetterHelp.
Listen, guys, we get it. Life is hard.
Life is stressful.
This country doesn't take mental health as serious as it should.
This is where BetterHelp comes in to help.
Everyone here deals with some form of depression, stress, fatigue, and exhaustion.
So we partnered with BetterHelp to help everyone who wants it.
Use code MISFORTUNATE at betterhelp.com, misfortunate, to get 10% off your first month.
That's better, HELP.com/misfortunate.
Stay misfortunate and always listen to mom.
All right, and with that, we are on our last one.
Okay, so for our last story, this is a story that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. This is basically what hit after we went on our break. An Arizona man is suing for a body donation company after it gave his mother's corpse to the military for blast testing. So instead of helping the world, they sent the body to
Go boom boom.
go explode.
I have so many questions.
A man suing the body donation company after his mother's body was used for blast testing by the U.S. Army. Jim Staffer said he donated his mother's body for a Prophet Biological Resource Center, hoping that it would be used for study for Alzheimer's, but later learned that it was used for military and to study the effects of an explosion on humans. In 2016, returners investigated found that the center sold bodies to the Army that were used for tests to the effects of the roadside bombs on troops. The Army said that it was unaware that families had not given consent. Stauffer and 32 other plaintiffs are suing the center for eyewitness testimony revealing that 2004 raid on its facility uncovered buckets of human body parts and human heads sewn into different bodies.
And they said Jeffrey Dahmer was bad.
Hold on, they said like they didn't give consent. I don't think I'd ever give consent for my fucking loved one to get blown up.
So what they were doing were they were, sending these bodies to be researched by science. And little did these people know. I mean, because honestly, whenever you sign up a body for fucking any kind of scientific,
don't you mean research by bomb technicians? Because
any kind of research done on your body, dude.
That's kind of what I want to touch base on here is, that is a very common thing is that you can donate your body to science. Now, science is a very broad term. Okay?
I'm just saying.
But
It could
science
be-
and bomb technician are completely fucking different things.
Well, that's what I'm getting at is the fact that, this woman or this family could, she was just like, oh, well, she'd wish to donate her body to science. They never specified what kind of science it would be. Like I said, it's a very broad term.
So, and I will agree with Riley and say, you know what? What is the one thing science needs? Testing.
Yeah,
we have
dude,
to test things.
we have to, but like,
I also feel like I've watched enough episodes of what the fuck is the name of the show?
Ren and Stimpy.
CSI.
No. Neither of those.
Two completely different shows, but all right.
Dude, we were close.
What
You weren't.
Honestly, no, I'm trying to think of it. It's the one where they make weapons.
Forge and Fire.
Forge and Fire.
Will
Thank
it
you.
kill?
Will it kill?
But will it kill? That they have, or even like 1,000 Ways to Die, they have, or Mythbusters, that's what I was looking for. They have ballistic gel dummies that can be tested. No, they have like the same like amount of density and, viscosity as a normal human body would, that they could test said things on. If you were a guy that was like performing the test and you're just like, all right, I'm about to blow up this fucking cadaver, let's go. How would you feel about that?
Sign me up. Sign me up. Where we go?
Dude, I'm
like,
totally
all right,
down for that.
This guy's like-
www.signthisdudeup.gore.
Gore.
This guy,
Go.
the test administrator here, he's like, I get up every day, I live the life of a normal person. I put my pants on the same just as the next guy. I go to work, I blow up dead people. It's just a normal dead day for me, no big deal. No, that is not a normal fucking day.
So, like, the only way I can justify this in my mind is it has to be like a financial thing. Like, it has to be cheaper to take dead bodies and like Frankenstein and monster together.
They're like
than it is to make ballistic dummies.
Right. Like, we've expended our budget on ballistic gel. All right.
How are we gonna cut the budget?
It's much easier if this woman just says, "Yes, I would like to be blown up upon my death." You know, it's not exactly what she said or anything, but she said she would donate her body to science. This is science. We need to know how bad these roadside bombs actually are for our troops.
Wait, so okay, cremation is you're getting burned to death, right?
Not really to death. You're already dead.
You're there, and you're kind
know
of
what I
taking the
meant.
final step.
But okay, explosions include fire. Therefore, that is a form of cremation.
You're
right?
already wrong.
You get your remains into ashes. Explosions deal with flames in a way.
Oh, this is like a site guide for fucking idiots.
Little grenade, like you see and there's like fucking explosion and flames and kind of not flames like a form of it.
I don't
fire
know
is
what
hot.
I think we would have to find a fact on the incineration rate of human flesh with grenades.
Just,
you know,
gone.
There's a difference between being blown up and incinerated. Okay. Blown
Thank
up.
you.
Being blown
Thank
up, you're
you.
scattered across at least 100-yard area.
Couple
Incinerated, it's like Terminator 2 when Sarah Connor is standing next to the fence and the nuke goes off. Okay. Like there's gonna be nothing left of you besides ash. If you're lucky.
I'm in more of a category than fucking science and bomb technician. That's more cremation and explosions are more close together.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yes, duly noted, Jake. Moving on.
I just like the fact that he was using his arms on an audio media platform.
Fuck off.
He was like trying to
do
explain
this.
it with his hands.
He was like doing the YMCA but horizontal. Like, you know, I don't know. Like,
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think with that last story being said, I think it's time we cap things off here.
Fucking God.
I agree.
We've talked about a lot of wonderful stories today. It feels really great to get back to our roots and talk about these sort of stories. I'm going to turn it over to our fearless leader here. He's got a wonderful sign off. Tyler, take the reins here.
I want to thank our returning listeners, and if you're new to the show, please go ahead and give that follow button a slap. Slap the shit out of that fucking follow button. Check us out on all of our platforms. Follow us on whatever platform you're on right now. Check us out on YouTube and our Patreon at Men of Misfortune. And if you want to go ahead and give our Twitch a follow, we're at Misfortunate Gaming. I am your fearless leader, Tyler Campbell.
I am your humble co-host, Riley Wallen.
And I am your reigning dipshit, Jake.
And your boy reclaimed his throne. It's Mason.
And with that being said, we encourage you to stay misfortunate.
And always listen to Mom.
And we are fucking out!
He took my job!